Hey loves and welcome to my channel. It's your girl again, Chi Amaka Ukemu. Okay, today's video we're going to be talking about hygiene tips. We're going to be taking it back to the basics and we're talking about hygiene tips that you shouldn't ignore, or if you're currently doing, or that are everlasting, like you should always do. Okay guys, let's just start. First things first is replace your toothbrush 3 to 6 months, right? Within 3 to 6 months. So you get a new toothbrush, right? Replace it after usage, after 3 months of usage, or at most 6 months of usage. It's very important. I know you can just get lost in the whole thing and be using your toothbrush as it goes. And more importantly, while you're using your toothbrush, ensure that it's in a covered place. Shout out to my girl that gave me this bought me the toothbrush that has a cover, and that's what I currently use, right? As much as possible, you want to cover it from dust. Like, there are a lot of reasons why you're covering it. Like, there are a lot. The list isn't exhaustive, right? So yeah, replace your toothbrush and cover your toothbrush as it goes. Now you want to, as much as possible, use deodorant, antiperspirant. If you sweat a lot, use antiperspirant. I know there's been this drive of do not use um, antiperspirant or whatever with that has aluminium, but I don't think it will be an antiperspirant if it doesn't have aluminium. And for all the studies, I don't think anybody has been able to actually point to an actual study that says that it causes cancer. I do not support using antiperspirant to sleep, because I know a lot of people do that. That's not what I'm talking about. But if you sweat a lot, you might want to use an antiperspirant. And if you're going a long journey, I can remember once upon a time where I was coming to see somebody I think on the island. I was coming from the mainland either way. It's a far distance for those that are not in Nigeria. It's really a far distance, right? And I use public transport. By the time I got to my destination, all I was smelling was sweat. Did I use an antiperspirant? No. But did I use something? Yes. What I used was a deodorant. However, I was smelling sweat. My whole body was smelling sweat. The shirt I was on was smelling sweat, and it wasn't really a good one, right? So you might want to include antiperspirant into your routine. If in doubt, ask your doctor. Yeah. And use a perfume, be it an oily perfume, be it whatever, as inexpensive as it can be, and always try to have one in your bag. I think I fall short of that. I used to have one. It could be, if you're the type that uses body fantasy, it could be body fantasy. It could be a smart collection. It could be polo, the small one. It could be is it bodyguard? There's one other one that it could be brute. It could be any kind of perfume. All right, you just want something. It doesn't have to be expensive. That's my point. It could be cheap. It could be an affordable perfume. Use that. And if it's something that doesn't last long, buy a smaller size, like a backpack size that you can put in your handbag, and when you go out you spray on top. I don't think anybody would care, right? I don't think anybody would know, and if they know, who cares? A lot of people, even people who use expensive perfumes, still top up their perfumes when they get to their destination, right? So I think that's an hygiene tip for me. You don't want to go to a place smelling amongst people, right? You don't want to go to a place smelling of sweat or not smelling good. It's very important that you smell well, as in take away that body odor and all of that. And also try to receive feedback. If somebody says you have a body odor, right, you want to shower as regularly as you can, use your deodorant, like beef up your hygiene basically. Yeah, you want to do that. I don't think it's an insult. I think it's just for you to be careful and more conscious about here. Now, something I did not remember to talk about, or like to talk about when it comes to toothbrush, is when you're brushing your mouth, please brush everywhere. It's not just, I don't think it's just the teeth, also your gum area, like along the lines, right? You want to brush that. You also want to brush your tongue. It's very, very important that you brush your tongue. You want to brush your tongue. Some people use tongue scrapers, and I think they're good. I've been trying to get one. I just haven't been able to find one. Although I haven't checked ShopRite, I checked Spar and I couldn't find. And I tried for the attendant to help me, and it seems like They had no idea what I was talking about. But yeah, get a tongue scraper, floss your teeth as well. There's this floss. I have a floss. Yeah, it's disposable. So you want to floss your teeth. The reason why you're flossing your teeth is for particles that are stuck between your teeth, right? You between your tooth, you want to get those things out basically. So it's like a very tiny thread. The commercial ones, there are others that I think they're just thread, and people who know how to use it try to use it to take out stuff from their and teeth and all of that. But there's also the one that has a handle that you can just pluck out. I think I'll just leave something on the screen to show. Yeah, you want something like that to like pick out particles from your tooth before those things, bacteria start acting on them, and before you know it, you have mouth odor, you have toothache, you have tooth this, tooth that. As well, you want to visit your dentist every 6 months for it to check up. Now, if you have a HMO, you can go and see your doctor. Go and see your doctor. Go and see your doctor. Yeah, you want to see your doctor, your dentist every 6 months for checkup and all of that, to find out if your teeth are in good state, and also so that it can properly wash your teeth. There's this washing system. I've forgotten what it's called. Yeah, but yeah, I think I did that sometime half last year. Yeah, it should be not last year, early into this year. Yeah, but yeah, just go and they'll clean your teeth and look at it and give you feedback and all of that. Now, as you guys brush before you eat, I hear a lot of people saying when you wake up, your mouth is acidic, so it's not necessarily good to brush. You want to drink water so that your acid will blend with the base. Your stomach is base. I really do not want to dwell on that because I don't know. I've heard that thing 1,000,001 times. Personally, I've just inculcated a habit of I brush before I eat. I cannot eat when I haven't brushed my teeth in the morning. So I don't know. Yeah. So when you go for that appointment to see your dentist in 6 months, or your next appointment, you might want to ask your dentist if that holds water. Now, something else you want to do is to wash your hair and your wigs, ladies. If you go near some people's wigs, hey, you would be shocked, right? So as much as possible, you want to wash your wigs. The thing with wigs is that you don't even have to wash them every week, or you can do once in 2 weeks. You can even do, depends on how you sweat under all of that and how well you wear it, how often. But you want to wash your wig so that it's not smelling, because the wig is a combination of the sweat on your hair, the oil you've applied, and all of that, right? So you want to wash that wig, and also your natural hair, you want to wash it so that it's not. Imagine if everything about you is all glam and good and your hair is smelling. It really, really wouldn't make sense. It would take away the beauty from everything. Yeah. So hair, everything that has to be hair, your hair, your wigs, wash it. Now your socks, your undies, guys, change this thing daily. I don't want to believe that there are still ladies out there that repeat their pants, like one pant 2 days. I don't know how you guys are coping, but see, I'm talking small in this video, right? I'm not coming with right, calmly. So if you're still within that game, or wrong, change your panties. I even know people who wear 2 in a day. Like when they shower at night, they change it and wear a new one. Or then there's a team of they don't wear at all. Yeah, but change your panties as much as possible. For your bra, maybe you could do 2 days, 3 days. Yeah, but change it as frequent as possible, especially if it's black. If it's black, yeah, change it. Pretty for it and change it as much as possible. Now, if you've showered properly and all of that, it's very important that you cream your body. Very important that you cream your body. I know a lot of people just believe in the showering bang, but it's very important that you cream your body. Preferably use a body butter. A body butter, things like ori, right? Maybe you don't want to smell of ori, but there's cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is also a body butter, right? Because those things kind of contain oil and they kind of like make your skin shine. Have you ever gone somewhere and maybe within your hands like this, they are white? how do you feel, right? Take time to cream your body. I know there are people who do not rub cream all over their body simply because they sweat a lot, but pay attention to the parts of your body that would be exposed, something like your feet, right? It's crazy when you see people well dressed with ashy feet. Try as much as possible to like pay, like concentrate on those aspects, your elbows, reading your hands and all of that. Then maybe whatever is left, you can then use it for your inner body if you sweat a lot, right? Or use very little for your inner body. For your outer body, you would want to apply a lot. If you're wearing a short dress, you would want to cream your legs, right? You want to cream your legs and all of that so it's shiny. Or you could also use a body oil as well to also accentuate the oil on your skin, and it would come up well. Believe me, you are you're a combination. How you smell is a combination, without using perfume, is a combination of what you rub on your body, what you use in baths, and your soap, your cream, right? It's a very strong combination of that. That's why they say everybody has a unique smell. I'm not even, so there's also that of what you eat as well, right? But I'm just focusing on the things you actually use. That's why I see a lot of people pay attention to they want this thing that is fragrance. They want their body wash to actually have fragrance. They want this to have fragrance because it kind of affects how they smell, right? The same way if you use baby stuff, you most likely be smelling like a baby. Same thing. So it's very, very important that you do all of this. Now, this other one I want to talk about is wiping your butt after you do what they do. Yeah, I know a lot of places you go to, say you're pressed and you have to use a public toilet. At the end of the day, what you would have is what's it called, what you would have is tissue for you to use. But it's very important that you wipe your butt because I, if you use just tissue regularly, you might just have residue, so you carry that until you get home. I don't think that's appropriate, right? One thing you can do is to use I'll give you options and then you just pick which one favors you. Something you can do is use wipes, like either normal wipes or you use facial wipes or use baby wipes. Why? Those things are already wet. You need to clean your butt, right? They're not toilet, they might not be toilet friendly, but there's a bin close to the toilet. You could just trash that in there, right? I don't think, if you think there's any issue or anything wrong with that, you could let me know in the comment section. Like I said, we're all here for each other, right? But I don't think there's anything wrong. Yeah, so I don't think there's actually anything wrong in using that, right? See the way I'm talking so calmly, like I'm proud of myself. So it's not an accusation. It's really not an accusation. It's more or less us sharing idea, and I understand that it's easy to miss out some of these things, right? Yeah. So something else you could do is tissue, right? You could try to wet that a bit and use that to dab. Now the only thing with that is that you have to be careful because tissue, when wet, tissue can turn into particles, could leave particles on your butt, and that is even disgusting, so to speak. But yep, you could do that if that. But generally speaking, all I'm saying is it's an amazing thing if you can wipe your butt with water, something wet. It's better than just wiping your butt with tissue and waiting to get home. The fact is that when you get home, you won't even remember to wipe your butt again. So what you will be doing is just wait to shower. If you're the type that doesn't shower late at night, you're waiting till the next day with your butt. So if you practice all of these tips, all of this, I don't know, I'm just feeling my makeup, guys. Vain person. Okay, so if you practice all of these tips, right, something that's very important to do is set aside a day for wash day. Now what you're doing on that day is basically you're dedicating you're having more time to like properly shower. Like if you're using a scrub, of course you can't scrub every day, right? Like, so you can take out that date, say I want to scrub or I want to double cleanse, maybe with an oil base this, and then wash with soap, or you want to wash your body twice. So basically just a day set aside for you to reach those spots that maybe you do not reach. Maybe for some people it could be places like their back, you know, like just a day for you to clean all the cleanables, get into all those corners, all those, you know, that kind of thing. Like if you have a thought, it's with that day for you to immerse yourself in it. People putting soda this, soda that in their water. It's that, like, it's that kind of day, right? Apple cider vinegar and all of that. Like it's that kind of day for you to pay attention to your body. Like if you don't have a wash day, if you don't have that kind of day, please find it somewhere once a week, twice a week. You could start small and build up, see the importance over time, right? So it's like a self-pamper day, like you want to wash up your body and all of that. Believe me, these things work. Absolutely. So this is just some of the tips, right? They never go out of fashion, they're always in place. There are a whole lot of others, but I just thought to keep it to this one. I feel like they're more generic, right? You can't say you wouldn't do this, or say it doesn't apply to you. They're more generic, and I hope that if you're skipping some of these things, this will be your cue to put them back into your routine. This will be your cue for you to actually brush your mouth and not just your teeth, right? This would be a cue for you to actually use a deodorant and an antiperspirant or a perfume, and understand that it's not by expensive, it's by whatever, it's affordable. It's about smelling nice. Basically, you could reapply and it works, right? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.